currently
what
on
should I do?
IndieGoGo and Kickstarter.
And I just want to point out we've got 2 backers and we're at $168, at least on Kickstarter. 3 backers, $326. This is looking excellent.
First,
Nice. Did you beat Salem this time?
yeah,
Oh, wow.
just barely, but I did. Also, first on the IndieGoGo too.
Jeez, you're really...
Somebody really wants us to succeed, Matt.
I think so.
Nobody's. I'm the biggest simp you got.
Just don't expect any kind of bathwater.
God damn it.
I'm okay with no battle. I will expect some loot off the epics though.
Oh, there's gonna be some on the way. I mean,
I think Dylan's got us covered there.
you know what?
Maybe.
I don't think so because Dylan has yet to actually loot her.
You know what? I will.
You're slacking,
How about
Dylan. You're slacking.
I mean, before you got one Elfia loot, I had given me about what 2, 3 Maisie loots, and she's not even got a comic yet.
Wait, who did I draw?
Maisie, you know, from McKinney Chronicles.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting her.
You keep. That's the thing. You keep forgetting about her, and yet you loot her more.
I can't tell you why. Sometimes my mind just goes somewhere.
Honestly, I think the only person who's probably looted more than Maisie is Mae's mom.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. So, wow, $10 on IndieGoGo, but hey, it's starting up.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why I set for the lower goal is because I'm not certain that we'll have. There's going to be that kind of reach that we had with Kickstarter.
Yeah.
And so everyone knows the reason why there's such a small corner of the stream for the IndieGoGo page is because of the setup for Radio Mythoverse. I don't know how it happened.
Dan's not here tonight, that's the answer.
Yep. So anyway, we're working on
IndieGoGo.
Thanks. So yeah, basically we got IndieGoGo running 2, the promo video, and so we take a look at what we got.
Alright, so how about we just we can assume that the tiers are more or less the same on both pages, right?
Oh yeah, I'm not going to leave anything out for anyone.
Okay, so then basically if we ran through the tiers on either the Kickstarter or IndieGoGo, it would be the same for the other.
Yep.
Alright, then let's just run through we got the IndieGoGo page open, let's run through that.
Yep. So we've got the 2 basics, which are issue 2. The digital for $5, the physical for $7, and basically what you get is the basic cover, which is the retail one. It's down here. Nicely illustrated by Beth Varney, the artist for the comic. And then you got digitals for issue 1 and 2 for $10. And basically it's a digital catch-up pack.
That librarian is judging me.
And then they got the physicals for issues 1 and 2. Because why not have a collection for the standard retail comics? $25 gets you the variants for issues 1 and 2. Basically, the tier system I've got is that the tier system I've got is everyone gets the one above. Oh, don't want to kill the stream just yet. And then we got the Mythical Notebook, which is basically you got everything above, but you also got the Mythiverse campaign print. And the Rarest Notebook, which is the notebook I put together for the campaign as an additional book for anyone who wants to understand how much work it takes into going into a comic. And the answer is a lot of work. You got a lot of stuff that you want to try out. A lot of stuff you want to take. You just want to boot out of the system. Now, anyway, you got the digitized perk, which is everything from above, but in digital format. And yes, the Writer's Notebook is digital, even though it doesn't say that on there, but it's basically a digital book for all of them, unfortunately. Year 1 the Mythiverse Year 1 Omnibus, which is basically all the above, but also a very nice Mythiverse Year 1 Omnibus, which is a collection of all 3 issue 1s for the Mythiverse, Mythics, Changelink, Adobe Kroger, as well as all of the Mythochippies comics. And what?
Best part features it features a cover done by a friend of ours from Twitter named Mina.
Yep. Digital. Yep. Then we got the first of the cameos. This one is digital, and basically, digital cameos we did go for $100 per cameo. So it's gonna be 3 per perk. So altogether, there's gonna be about 12 cameos. And Mythic cameos is for the full haul of all the physicals with the cameo. So it's gonna be a very nice package. I try to give people what they're expecting in this. Well, a little bit more than they're expecting, because a lot of campaigns have have you paying a lot of money for very little, but I feel like we should probably do something special for everyone. Anyway, for anyone who wants a refresher, this is the issue 1 preview pages that I did the relettering for. As you can tell, the relettering was both successful and a failure, since it's my first time lettering.
I do have one question, and maybe I don't know if you'd maybe want to wait for Dan to answer it, but how is this getting physically published exactly?
We're using Kablam. Basically the same system as Patreon.
I'm sorry, what?
Same system, the same printers we use for the Patreon variants.
Okay.
Yep. So everyone gets a refresher of the colors and artwork that Beth brings to the table.
Neat.
And issue 2 preview pages, which has a lot better lettering by me.
Nice.
Yep. A little bit of background information on Althea, why she's afraid of Spriggans. funny thing is that the only non Elder Scrolls image of a Spriggan I could find was a statue. And that's basically what the statue looks kind of like a variant of Gollum.
Oh,
Issue 1 retail cover. And since we're gonna be new on IndieGoGo, might as well throw in the issue 1 variant that was a exclusive for Kickstarter. And it's also available on the Kickstarter campaign as well. Standard Mythics issue 2 cover. And I don't know if you want to stay on this stream because this is the variant cover that.
oh wow! Up to 4 backers for $331.
Nice. But this is the new cover that Dylan came up with. Let's just hope it doesn't take on stream.
I am the stream killer.
Do you
Ruh-roh.
really want to feel proud of that, though, Dylan?
I am very proud of that.
In before stream goes down in about 15 seconds.
And then the IndieGoGo is at 2 backers at 168. So that's math.
We're over a tenth of the way there total.
I would love to donate, but I'd rather wait till my next payday.
Yeah, this video
Fair
is
enough.
Don't worry, we got a month for both.
You know,
Yeah,
this
but
vid-
the tier that one is very limited.
So $499 so far. So just one more dollar.
And here's the new print that was showcased last time with Travis Martinez's art, which is I really want to work on a comic with him. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Really, what?
I really want to work on a comic with him.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. I bumped it up by one more dollar, so we're at 500 now
Well,
between the two.
let's see.
I hope I did the math right. If I can't do simple arithmetic, I'm done.
You're probably better at it than I am.
Well, we're about $100 more until we get the second goal for the amount raised. And right here is where we're on the cover for the Mythiverse Year 1 Omnibus. I really like her art. Gonna have to say.
It's really... It's got that... It makes me feel nostalgic for a series that's completely new.
How so?
And I think she really does the Antonella chibi eyes very well.
How does it? I'm confused. How does it make you feel nostalgic?
I don't know. Just does.
Well, yeah, here's the preview for the Mytho chibis that will be involved with the Year 1 Omnibus. You'll get to see why how much Baby Maeve hates Adobe.
Oh,
Big dumb ox.
it is a very antagonistic relationship.
Yep, so basically you went through that. So I'm going to go back, I go to the Radio Mythiverse Standard display. So yeah, we've got quite a bit going.
Oh yeah, we definitely do.
168 on IndieGoGo, 332 on Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so far it's actually pretty good opening.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a quarter of the way there. I think.
Well,
We got Neostar in the chat.
hey, Neostar.
That's always
Hey.
good.
And unfortunately, it's not a quarter of the way just yet because it's combined $3,000. So let's see.
I'm trying to grab a screenshot for the. I'm trying to grab the title card for the tweet on the official Mythiverse Twitter.
Well, I got the 16%. So yeah, we're doing pretty well.
I believe 750 would be the quarter mark.
Yep.
We're doing good. Like I said, we're doing good.
I mean, over 10% funded in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's just hope it keeps on going.
Listen, I'm telling you, gaming stream where we do dumb stuff to supplement the stream.
I know a game we can stream.
No, Dylan, stop
Dylan.
right now.
But oh no, no.
Listen, we're not going to be streaming any Mario Golf. I know you love that game, but we just can't.
It's funny if it turns out that
Yes, because that's what he was going for. Something totally family friendly.
No, that's the joke.
it would be funny if
Tiger Woods Golf Tour 2020.
What would be funny if that's
Harvey Weinstein's movie studio.
Joel in one.
Yeah, well, sorry, but golf sucks. Nobody likes golf.
We're not really talking about golf.
Well, anyway.
We're talking about Joel in one made by Disobedient Canine.
Oi, I was intentionally deflective of the subject.
Hey, we're almost at $500 on
Look, as
Kickstarter.
long as they don't. Wait, already?
What?
$490.
$10 and it's $500 on Kickstarter. That was awesome.
Well, damn.
Yep. I think we're seeing the end of the whole fear of the coronavirus.
Yeah, honestly, that was kind of what we think mainly went wrong with the first campaign, was just bad timing on our part.
It really was, and there's really nothing you guys could have done about it. That was a force of nature. Well, assuming
It's just that we managed to get Jack Irons to 10K in what was probably the heart of that whole thing. But let's be honest, that was probably more of a miracle than anything.
Yep.
Listen, I want my Space Samurai Jack, okay?
that's a good way to describe it.
I'm pretty sure that's how Cody has described it. It's like
He's described it
Samurai
as a
Jack
little
in space.
Yeah, we're at
Little bit Samurai Jack, little bit Jonah Hex, little bit 2000 AD.
Okay, we're at 500 for a second on the Kickstarter. Oh, now we're there.
Jeez, this thing is gonna.
I keep hitting refresh and it goes down to 490 and then up to 500.
Rising.
Well, hey, James, I'd have to say don't do that because Kickstarter is rather buggy for a website.
I can obsessively refresh if I want to. It's not hurting anyone. Don't
Average.
judge me.
No, the only worse than suffering is the F5 button.
F5, F5, F5.
I'm not even using F5. I'm just clicking the actual refresh button like a fool.
That's what I typically do too. Oh! I have a small announcement. So
Yes.
it is completely unrelated to anything going on right now.
Oh boy.
Let's see if I can find. Yeah, I'll post a picture of it in general.
Oh.
Yes. Here we go. Gentlemen, I am no longer Alabaster Scarf. I am now Sir Alabaster Scarf.
Why?
I can't.
Checking the general. Hold on, it's loading.
It's loading.
At the speed of
What are you?
half megabit per second internet upload.
Please don't.
It's loading at the speed of a dial-up connection.
The only excuse you better have for this, Alabaster, is that you're using CenturyLink. CenturyLink for those of you who don't know, CenturyLink is objectively worse than Comcast, and believe me, that's saying something.
There we go.
Knights of the Sovereign Military Order of Sealand,
Yes,
Oh,
the world's smallest country.
you joined the military of a fake country.
Hey, Sealand is totally legitimate according to Sealand.
It is a fucking oil rig in the middle of the ocean.
Well, more like a guard post. But yeah.
That's what it is. They even made a joke about this in Hetalia.
Yes.
I'm gonna. This. If I did. Okay.
You shall now all refer to me as Sir Alabaster.
No!
Yes.
But what if we don't recognize the sovereignty of Sealand?
Then I challenge you to a joust, sir.
You want to recognize the sovereignty of a nation that is basically an oil rig?
I mean, has it done anything? Has it done anything bad enough to not recognize it?
Has it done
Sealand,
literally
then
anything at all?
Exactly.
Yeah, the question is, what not failed to do to not be recognized, but what it has failed to do to be recognized.
Well, at least it hasn't done anything horrible. It hasn't been involved in any genocides.
I guess that's something.
Exactly.
You've been. Fieldstar says, "Holy crap! You've been knighted. That is awesome. I've always dreamed of being knighted myself."
Yeah.
Then again, we live in a world where somehow Tom Hardy has a higher knight rank than Sir Charles Dance.
Go ahead and show it in the stream.
Oh boy. No, I think we're gonna believe. They're gonna have to take your word on it because we're kind of looking at this in disgust.
I mean, I feel like this is the fastest this stream has evolved into pure memes. Just 20 minutes memes.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Should I feel ashamed that I can actually remember Sealand and Italia?
I mean, it was a good show.
I mean, it was okay. I didn't find any. You know what? I didn't. Man, what? There were better. There's better anime than it, but there's worse ones too.
Oh, holy shit!
What, Matt?
I looked at the perks for Mythics 62, and all of the top tier is gone
On Indiegogo
wow.
or
on
Kickstarter?
Kickstarter.
Oh my god.
Ha, nerds. Get it on IndieGoGo. There's 50 more slots.
Let's see.
Sorry, Toxic.
Altogether, there's about 8 slots
Don't
left.
tell them to do that. I want to get one of those 3 slots, but I gotta wait till my next payday.
Look,
I'm tempted to, but I don't want to play Decapitated Bystander 3.
You still got Don't worry, Dusk. You've still got IndieGoGo.
Yeah, I
Quick,
don't.
everyone, go back on IndieGoGo.
Look at Sealand. He's adorable. How can anybody hate Sealand?
I don't hate Sealand. He's just there.
With his Pikachu currency.
Oh, Nebel.
Yo.
Did you say that Sealand trades in Pikachu currency or something?
Some of their currency actually has Pikachus on it.
Really?
Okay.
I didn't think they had a currency.
Let me find it.
Their currency has Pikachus on it.
Oh my god.
Is the travel ban lifted yet?
No.
I think I might got a place to go to.
Well, I don't know, because here in Michigan, they just extended the state of emergency.
I'm looking at it, and it looks like the kind of coins that they've done are like ones, and I mean they just have the crest and
Bless you.
an orca. It looks like.
I'm currently sharing the things around.
It was just a meme. It was a masterful meme.
We're up to 201 on the IndieGoGo.
Man, this thing is gonna kill me with just trying to keep up.
So
Kill
we
you.
are $48 away from 25. Sorry, 49, not 48.
Man.
And there's a number of people who are who are
right back.
IndieGoGo only too, so we're gonna get those as well. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, you know what? I would probably say if you're starting out in your crowdfunding, it's probably smart to have to run both. Sure, it's two things you need to keep track of, but it's also smart to not put all your eggs in a single basket.
Yeah. Also, guys, you guys are getting 3 at the point of the first day amount. 800 is how much is what you're going to get for the Urgent Issue 1 script, and we're about $99 away from that.
Yeah, so.
And I've got a lot of work to do getting all this stuff done.
You think? Man. Oh, man. Oh, boy. I'll say this, I do not envy you right now, Matt.
Hey, you got this coming up next the next campaign. So basically, so pretty much we're going to have to do this. I share notes and all that.
Ooh yeah, it's gonna be that's gonna be happening a lot.
There was a commemorative Niue dollar that was just a collector. I found it. The Pikachu coin.
Yeah, that was the new way I got mixed up. I mixed up my tiny, not sequential countries.
We'll say I like how what I tweeted out that it's actually been traveling pretty well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the original tweet it put out, it's got about 4 retweets, which is it's not bad.
So, what stuff can we be looking forward to from the Mythiverse YouTube channel in the coming month?
Well, what I'd like to do is start up a series of Minecraft videos involving the Mythiverse creators. Because it's, let's be honest, it's a game that's easy on the computer, and as well as it's also a game that Microsoft has cross-platformed on everything. So we've got a greater chance of everyone joining up. You could play on. It's gonna be interesting to see Minecraft videos where you got people who are on computer, Xbox, PlayStation, phone, tablet. Not
Nintendo
sure.
Switch.
Yeah, Nintendo Switch as well. I'm not sure if they've done Stadia yet. Then again, did anyone really buy Stadia?
I was gonna say I don't think you really have to worry about that. What up?
326 on IndieGoGo, so hey, you guys are getting all the first day rewards.
Holy hell.
I've been trying to shield this social.
Ha.
There was one thing that I jumped onto the Mythiverse Minecraft server just to see, mostly just to see if it still worked on my computer, and I discovered what my Minecraft skin was, and well, take a guess. What do you think it was?
Brittany?
Nope.
Nixon.
Yep. My Minecraft skin was Richard Nixon.
Oh god.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to get the characters from Nebel and Bunny to get them skinned.
Wish I could play fucking Minecraft.
Download it on your phone.
Literally everything else is a pain to do on the phone. I don't think I want to ruin Minecraft with playing it on the phone.
Fair enough.
Well, I managed to. I found out that the Mythiverse Realms works on the Amazon Kindle.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
So
we
another
are.
thing-
I did it all in browser. So while I was on break, that was you've never seen a man sprint so hard at a stream. But
So another thing that'll be coming to the channel, who watching the stream noticed, but there was a new audio reading done about a week ago by me, James Stern, reading through the first book of the Iliad. So that is a series I plan on doing more of once I'm done recovering from minor surgery.
Well,
By me, deal.
we're going to
Here's a
really
question.
enjoy listening to him.
Here's a question: if you're going to do the Iliad, does that mean you're going to have to follow it up with the Odyssey?
If people want me to, yeah. I was planning on just doing the Iliad to start because that's most relevant to my contribution to the Mythiverse, but I'd be willing to do the Odyssey as well. Actually, no, thinking about it with my plans for my comic, yeah, I will be doing the Odyssey.
Yeah, that.
Polyphemus, man, he's a player.
There's also the fact that that Odysseus goes through the land of the realm of the dead.
Yeah, he does.
So
Yeah, but that would be long before anything relevant to my book happened.
okay, we got an extra $1 on Kickstarter, and that's probably from the system, their automated system, which gives out $1 for every Kickstarter.
Seriously, they throw you a,
Yep,
they just throw you a courtesy dollar.
Yep. I mean,
I get.
Here's your
Every
dollar
dollar
due.
counts.
I was gonna say like if you were $1 short of your goal, that would mean a lot when you think about it.
yeah.
I suppose so. It's just, I guess I'm just more surprised that they do it at all.
Here's your
Yeah,
dollar
you know-
due, peasant.
You think you contribute like, I want something out of this, But hey, whoever that was, thank you.
I mean, it's not a lot, but it's still giving back to the creators who use their platform, which
will be interesting to see if IndieGoGo does that, but I don't know.
Why not they don't?
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't, because they're, despite all the money that they make off of certain creators, it's really not as much as Kickstarter does with how well known they are, and how Kickstarter is just basically a brand name people just go by, kind of like Kleenex.
And you too can sneeze money into this Kleenex starter.
Also, everyone knows about it now because of the potato salad Kickstarter.
Oh man, I had completely forgotten about that.
Oh,
Why-
yeah,
why would you
that was actually a thing.
Yes, it was.
He made it too.
He was being completely sarcastic in the entire thing, and people still threw him money.
One
It was
One
sarcasm.
I thought was actually. The ways.
Solar
Does anyone
freaking
want
road.
Does anyone want to remember?
Like at first,
Yeah,
Sorry.
that was a bit of a shit.
holy sh- At first, I thought to myself, when I first heard about that, I thought to myself, "Holy shit, this is a great idea." And then I saw, well, I'm gonna have to give credit to the person who did this. I saw Thunderfoot's video on it.
Yep.
Like,
He did do a good breakdown of it and why it's terrible.
yeah, I know. Like I said, he was right. He was right that time. I will give. So I will admit it.
I mean, he's generally his sphere of influence. I think he's an engineer.
But chemical engineer.
I mean, when it comes to that sort of realm, dude knows his stuff.
yeah. It's when he tries to talk
I love it, and
on
why-
the side of that.
It's
It
terrible.
Kind of shows how limited his knowledge really is. And look, there's nothing wrong with sort of having a limited skill set. Well, there isn't. It's just more like it behooves you to know your limits.
So what you're telling him is, say in your way.
Exactly. It's why I'm careful with making hot takes on Twitter because it's almost always going to be about something I don't know or don't fully understand.
Just like most people.
I do hot takes on Twitter just because I've always been of the opinion that the internet is for the bants, as it were. I enjoy the bants. And I don't expect it to take me too seriously.
Fair enough.
I like them just fine. I just want to leave it professional.
Yeah, okay, man, let's just check on the Kickstarter IndieGoGo, and yeah. $501 submit 7 backers from Kickstarter, $326 3 backers from IndieGoGo, so yeah. Quarter of the way on Kickstarter and almost to half on IndieGoGo. We are not doing bad for the opening.
Oh yeah. And
I mentioned you in a reply tweet that I think you might want to look
Eh?
you mean the
just on Twitter.
you mean the the guys that always comes through who always offers to fund advertise campaigns.
I mean, I was just something to look at, I guess.
Yeah, it's
Just want to let you know.
yeah. They were making the rounds before, and unfortunately, from the creators I've been talking to, they do nothing.
Oof.
Yeah. So I understand what you're doing, and thank you. But unfortunately, these guys aren't worth their weight in water.
Gotcha.
It's kind of like expecting a good story from a video game at times.
Maybe you'll get it, but don't count on it.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
We all know what the best story in a video game is.
It's not Tiger Woods Pro Golf, Dylan.
It's Mario Kart, of course.
Frogger.
No, it's Tetris.
You know, actually, the best video game story ever is Metroid.
No, it's The Last of Us 2.
Oh yeah.
And there goes stream.
Obviously, Pong has the best story.
But
Why am I not surprised the guy who was in the Navy decides to fuck us?
Listen. You gotta do what you gotta do when you're trapped out.
Look, I would.
What was it?
To be honest, I would expect this from you, Solid, if you had been in the Coast Guard.
ooh.
As Sir Winston Churchill said, buggery becomes legal at sea after 90 days.
Nice.
Which brings me to one point that was probably one of my funniest Twitter moments. Was telling Brian that there's a whole city in Michigan that actually has a week-long Coast Guard fest.
Oh, God. A week long?
Wait, in Michigan?
A week.
Yes.
The city of Grand Haven, Michigan, has a week-long Coast Guard festival.
Michigan.
I guess we need to keep the Great Lakes safe from those.
Funny thing was, Captain Cummins actually asked, why would the Coast Guard be in Michigan? And I just...
Canada.
I responded to him, well, when presented with the illustrious mission of patrolling the Great Lakes to protect us from Canada, the Navy politely passed on it.
They said that's not an ocean.
Well, let me put it this way: the Coast
On
Guard,
Laser Coast.
how the Coast Guard fared in that mission statement. There's a reason why there's a ton of Tim Hortons around.
You know, that was I don't know who said it because I could barely hear it, but that was perfect. It's like that's not an ocean, but it is a coast.
Yeah, that's just what I'd say. That's just what I think. It's just like, you know what? That's just what I have to. That's just what my headcanon says to me. It's that the government wanted the Navy to patrol the Great Lakes, but they just said no thanks. We'll pass.
You know, another example of how well the Coast Guard did. When I was younger, my dentist lived in Canada. It's not so. He drove all the way down to down to the suburbs of Detroit to work because he wants to take all the American dentists' jobs.
Wait, where is he from originally?
He's from Canada.
Oh.
He lives in Canada. He crosses the border to go to work.
Just bring his passport at least.
As a great man once said, they took my job.
So, way to go, Coast Guard.
But yeah, the fact that String gets fucked over by the former sailor, I'm just like,
you know,
I have to say I'm not surprised. And Dusk, you honestly should be getting more shit for this, Mr. Army Man.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say that we don't know why it got shut down. It's because I did linger a bit on the Dylan cover.
Sure. Well, yeah, we haven't been shut down anyway. We're still streaming.
Surprisingly.
Nothing going on the voices and a empty
We're
black
still
pit of
screaming.
despair.
The little panther, they decided to come in.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Leo decided to come in.
Tiny, filthy fur creature.
Everyone knows owls are the superior life form.
He's a tiny panther.
I mean, there's a reason why Gloryhammer has the phrase "Hail to Hoots."
Hoots!
Ask Neville; he will confirm owls are superior to.
Oh, you smell like you've had a bath today.
Has.
Huh?
Leo, he smells
Oh.
clean.
Probably freaks him out.
Can you do me a favor? Wait, is Leo's owner the same one that owned the previous cat you had?
No new roommate.
Oh, I was about to say.
She takes care of him.
Good.
Honestly, it's honestly kind of nice to smell a clean kitty, by the way.
As
Careful.
much as they hate.
Easy, Joe Biden.
No. He has to creepily smell the kitten.
I needed to be heard. Speaking of cats, though, there's a whole, I guess, pack is the word. There's a pack of cats next door to my house.
Are they strays?
Yes, so the house next door to me is completely vacant. Like, there's no... So, go out there in the morning and you literally just see a cat chilling in the space between my house and the neighbor's house. And they don't do anything, they just chill there.
So just a bunch of stray cats just start squatting in that house.
Pretty much. They literally come from the house. If you scare them, enough, they will run onto the roof and disappear. So I'm pretty sure there's like a hole in the roof that they just crawl.
That's interesting.
What you talking
Time
about?
to
Really?
send, time
It's
to
funny
send
because
those cat to hell.
I'll walk outside just to do whatever, and there'll literally be a cat just staring at me as if like I'm just the neighbor. Like, hey, what's up, neighbor? And I'm like,
Good neighbor,
just
fuck
being a
off.
good neighbor to my cat neighbors.
Not hunted, haunted.
Oh, haunted? Oh, I'm always haunted.
Are you the Batman?
I am the knight.
He's the Dark
Because
Lord.
that sounded like a very, very edgy line.
No.
He's haunted by the fact that he's going to eventually be defeated by some 3-foot tall people with hair.
Oh god.
You know, it's Gollum who technically destroys the ring.
Expectations
You got-
subverted.
The dealer got
Even
nuked
worse.
by his own bitch.
Well, it's
Buddha,
more like
thunder.
Gollum grabbed the ring, jumped into the fire while holding on to it, and then just kind of.
Well, I mean, he lifted his hand up, so he tried to save it for as long as he could.
It's sort of a thing where, like, had Gollum done nothing, the ring never would have been destroyed.
So, can we say that Gollum was then a MacGuffin?
I don't know.
Because the ring was a
Because he-
MacGuffin, but was Gollum the MacGuffin? After all.
I don't. Because he has a character.
He's more of a Chekhov's gun if you think about it. Like his
He's all of the above.
Because I would say Chekhov's gun just because, you know, like how Gandalf says he still has a part to play in everything, and his importance is kind of only really apparent at the end of it all.
Yeah.
Gandalf already knew he was going to be important.
So, I think of that one dude, that one art dude, who made, like, the incredibly elaborate mouse traps. Does anybody know who I'm talking about?
Rube Goldberg.
Yeah.
Rube Goldberg.
That's exactly what that sounds like to me. Especially when Gandalf says, oh, he still has his part to play. Just imagine a little Gollum rolling through this contraption until he gets to the end, knocking off the ring or something.
The contraption that is Mordor. It's a giant maze.
With demonic hamsters in it.
Occasionally there's a fast travel of an eagle. But that's a rare find.
You know.
So, is
Only
this
when the
Mousetrap or
Nazgul
Roof?
Only when the Nazgul are distracted.
So wait, is this Mousetrap or Shoes and Ladders? I lost it. I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
I think the answer is yes.
Yes, got it.
Speaking of, back on cats, I think I remember reading somewhere there's like a whole colony of like feral cats that live in Miami. Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
I know there's a colony of feral cats living like some island in Japan, or is that foxes?
That's
I mean,
true.
there's both.
It's cats, but I seem to remember there's one in. I don't remember it's Miami, but I'm pretty sure it was in Florida.
Florida man, not as smart as regular man.
Now we've got Florida cat.
Florida cat, also known as an
Oh.
alligator.
So we got an Isle of Dogs, an Isle of Rabbits, and now an Island of Cats?
Yep.
And
There's also
foxes.
an island of foxes.
They segregate their animals, the fiends.
Well,
The
it's not like
foxes are
Zootopia.
fluff on the island.
I'm sorry, animals are not like. It's not like fucking Zootopia. They can't all get predators and prey. Animals can't get along. They just can't.
You ain't trying hard enough.
Well,
Well,
I
some of them
mean,
do.
no, but without those things, or without an ecosystem, you have one animal entirely ruining the ecosystem. I mean, does anybody know about the mongoose problem in Hawaii?
I know about the snake problem in Guam.
There was one, I can't remember where, but it's like, there's an island where they had like regular ecosystem. And when the people moved onto the island, they killed all of, like, the wolves and stuff. Because, you know, the wolves, you know, eat their cattle, attack them, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they pretty much killed all the wolves. But then, like, rabbits just started to invade the entire island. And so the rabbits would just eat through all their crops worse than the, you know, obviously worse than the wolves. And they realized that they killed all the wolves, so there's nothing to keep the rabbits in check.
Yeah, you know what? Funny story. I
Clearly,
don't
they're
know
not
if you
shooting
know
them
this.
fast enough.
Here's something. I don't know if you guys know this, but it's actually illegal. It's actually illegal to bring a snake into New Zealand. Like any snake that ends up somehow crossing the border gets killed on site.
But what if the snake has a passport?
Doesn't matter. No snake's allowed in New Zealand because there's no predator to keep the snake has no predators in New Zealand.
I take it zoos are out of the question then.
I don't. I have it on. I have this on recording from a friend of mine who's a Kiwi. I don't think he alluded to any such.
So if you can't have snakes, does it mean it's illegal to step on snake?
It is fully legal to step on snake in New
I was about to say, it'd
Zealand.
be fully neat.
I know
You
where
step
I
on the
don't
snake.
belong.
You step on a snake and kill it, and it's like, that man is a national hero.
Nebel, you're the owl man. Owls eat snakes. Go to New Zealand.
Yes,
then
but I
there will
don't
be
step
snakes for
on
people.
snake.
Snakes.
No,
You
what I'm
mean-
saying
wait,
is
wait,
if
wait,
you
Neville,
go to
Neville.
New Zealand, then
Neville.
they have a predator. They can let snakes in, and then you cannot step on snake anymore.
So, Nebel, don't you mean snack?
So what? You're going to introduce owls into?
I don't step on them either.
You're
What
going to
if you did
introduce
that,
owls
though?
into New Zealand?
No, he eats
Can they live
snack.
there? Can owls
if
even live in New Zealand?
There are probably some. There were tropical owls in Hawaii.
I was gonna say, like, what if you went to New Zealand with a snake, but you brought an owl with you, and you were like, "Hey, listen, if the snake ever gets loose, I'll just release the owl, and boom, problem solved."
Release owl.
Release the
I guess it
owls.
It depends on what kind of snake I brought. No steppy.
But yeah, I've
bring,
heard.
like, bring like a giant, like, python and just call him Yorman.
Nah, bring a giant python and name it Monty.
No, you're a Mungonder.
Well, first owl, we've already got $800 on Kickstarter.
Yep.
Holy
Well, no, not Kickstarter. It's a combined.
Oh, my
No,
bad.
if we got $800, if you.
We're only like a third of the way there.
Whoa,
Comments
we're
here
a
from the
third
John.
way there. Whoa, living on a prayer.
Lizard in a chair.
I mean, yeah.
I now want drunk Brett
You
to
just described
karaoke
it,
this
DMV.
song on stream.
Lemon and a pear.
Just
What's
How
that
bad is-
over there?
Oh, Belly, do you really? Denise.
Is Denise in the chat?
Yes, she is in the chat. And she's doing what she always does.
what are we live on right now?
YouTube.
YouTube, and
Earth.
I think we're also
Guys, you're watching the boob tube. Congratulations.
Boo boo too boo.
It's gonna rot your brains.
It's my favorite.
ooh.
I want to watch too. What's the channel name on the
So,
on the
Bunny?
boobs?
Just so you know, Denise says that you're actually Brett without the voice alter.
What?
She said the Brazilian lady is saying you're me.
Huh?
Nani?
Here's a question. Buddy, you're Mexican. How do Mexicans feel about Brazilians?
Fight.
Bitch,
They
I'm
went
mixed.
context.
Asking me this shit.
You know?
What does that have to do with the overpriced tea in China?
I feel like I missed something.
Yeah, I feel like I'm missing something too.
I don't know. Are you gonna? I don't know. I'm just saying. Denise is insinuating that you're me but without my voice altered to sound like a man's voice.
How am I like you? I don't
No,
understand.
it's to say that his voice is naturally high pitched.
It's Denise, okay?
It's ma'am.
It is Denise. It is Denise bullying me, like she always does.
Oh, hey, Neo.
You know.
Can we just I just want to bring something up. Can we address the fact that cats were once our gods?
Doesn't that
That's
depend on what
not
part of the world you're
quite
at?
accurate.
Well,
It's not quite accurate.
I know it's
Well-
not exactly, but still.
Tibet and Ginger. I mean, Ginger likes Egyptology.
Oh, was that a compliment to my voice, Denise?
Meow.
I don't know.
Meow.
Though, I'm kind of disturbed by the meowing. It's creeping me out a little bit.
Meow.
Leo's moved on from
Have you-
me.
Somebody bring the hose, because I think Neville's in heat.
Somebody bring the hose.
Leo's moved on. He wants to purr. Nobody can hear him purr, can they?
Nope.
Must be on a frequency only dogs can hear.
Well, he's definitely biting me.
Huh?
He always bites. Why do you always bite?
Because he's teething.
I was about to say because of the blood.
Oh no, he's got a taste of blood.
Run, Brett, run!
Brett, run! He's gonna become like Cujo!
No, he's just probably gonna chew me. He's just gonna probably chew me in my sleep.
Meow.
Like how, like what do you call it? Like there's not that much difference between a house cat, and a big cat, other than the size alone. Like they have similar tenant, such.
Mm.
So I
Difference is
mean, back to the comment that Sauron made about us having worshipped cats at one point.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, is it any different from now, really? We're still cleaning their litter boxes and feeding them and grooming them.
I mean, you definitely do that with your kitty, don't you?
It's like, I mean, we're still pampering the little lazy bastards.
What, you don't do that with your kitty?
I do. I'm just being funny. Also, my kitty won't allow me to. He's a little grumpy old man.
Denise,
No.
Denise, does Fafino let you do that with him? Her cat is named Fafino.
That is adorable.
I think it's part.
So, Power Through Wisdom asked, Yo, cameo in your Kickstarter. I know what a cameo is for like a TV show or a movie, but what is it in relation to this?
Okay, so is it like you
Basically,
put art of that person in the background of a panel?
yeah, basically you're put into the comic. You're drawn into it.
Yeah, let me show you. There's this. I'll pull up a cameo Stan Lee gave himself in the comics back in the day.
It means
Yeah,
you may be a side character, but either way, you'll be a side.
and trust me, guys, Stan cameoing in the movies was nothing new. He was doing that in the comics all the time back in the day.
He loves cameos.
Like, I know I mentioned it before, but if I ever do like a self-insert cameo, I'm always gonna make myself some victim being killed, because to me that's like,
Now,
can't complain about that.
If
Yeah,
I
this
ever
one-
make myself a cameo, I'm gonna make it take on me and go all the way with it, bitch.
I don't mean to derail this entire conversation, but Matt, you're a fan of mechs, right?
Yes.
Titanfall 2 is on Steam now for $10.
I liked Titanfall, so go ahead.
I'm
Sorry.
very gently insinuating we should stream that song.
Oh, I know. Sure.
If anyone's looking in general right now, you'll notice that I found a cameo that doesn't have just Stan. It also has Jack Kirby.
And why not? Both of them are legends.
I say like Jack Kirby is literally God in the Marvel universe.
I thought he was God in the DC universe.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know about DC, but I know for a fact he showed up in a Fantastic Four comic literally as God.
No.
Like I don't know what issue it's from or whatever, but it's like the Fantastic Four enter like a room, and they literally start addressing him as God, and it's literally Jack Kirby sitting at a table drawing stuff.
Oh, Wisdom, don't say that about yourself. I'm sure you're not ugly at all. I'm sure you are
and I'm
a
proud.
beautiful, beautiful person.
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
Well, Sauron, I was not talking to you now, was I?
You know what's funny? I just thought about how recently they said SpongeBob is gay, but I remember way before that, someone tried to use that scene of I'm ugly and I'm proud as like a reference to being gay, like you're admitting it. And so now that it has a whole new meaning.
How about this cat with a shoe on a head?
Shoot cat.
Shoe cat.
It's a croc. It's a croc cat.
He's full of croc?
No, the shoe's a croc.
I know, he's full of croc. Or is the croc full of cat?
Yes.
It's a crocker pot.
Croc.
Release the Kraken.
Oh God, help us if we actually. Now it's actually making me think of a Kraken that wears Crocs. That's a horrible image.
Release the Kraken.
Release the Kraken. Do you like mini cracks?
What an awful image. That is an awful image.
Why is it an
Speaking
awful
of
image?
Kraken.
It's glorious.
Not saying I have any plans for it, but does anyone have plans for the Kraken verse?
Not yet.
Oh
I was just curious. I don't have plans.
Now you got me thinking of things. So
I don't know. I use all sorts of crazy shit, so we'll see.
Salem, please tell me you have Joe Biden locked up properly this time.
We're at 832 right now. Dollary
wait,
dude
what?
in the two of them.
I'm not. That wasn't a Joe Biden thing.
No, I'm just asking. In the street, Joe Biden want basement.
No. I don't have a Joe Biden joke. So why? I wouldn't bring him up if I didn't have a joke.
You know what isn't a joke? Corn Pop. He's not a joke. He's a bad dude.
Wait, what? 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 I'm lost here.
You don't know who Corn Pop is?
How did we get from a Kraken wearing Crocs to corn pops?
Listen,
Okay.
nature works in very mysterious ways.
Okay. Do
I
I have to
mean-
explain this one?
Yes.
No.
No, she
No.
knows. She knows about the corn pop.
Okay.
Listen, when a man and a woman love each other very much,
They go and create corn
They-
pops, but
They
no, the
sniff
corn
each
pops just
other.
happen.
so if a Kraken meets another Kraken, and they really like each other, then they have a corn pop.
No, that when
I
a
think
Kraken
that's-
and a Kraken meet, basically, it's Pacific Rim, except instead of a giant robot, it's just another giant monster. And instead of fighting, they, well, the other F word.
Well,
They
I
sn-
was.
They sniff each other.
They frolic through the flowers.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure there's a hentai category for this.
I'm sure there is too. but,
Aggressive hand holding.
Yeah, that one. Except it's tentacle.
It's either a hentai or an Alan Moore story.
Wait a minute. Would it be,
Or a
would it be
Lovecraftian
tentacle
story.
holding, or would it be
I mean-
tentacle wrapping?
Cthulhu.
Oh, none of them like each other.
Well, I
This is
mean,
true.
I'm pretty sure plenty of people ship Cthulhu with Hydra.
I don't know about plenty, but I guess one.
Someone probably does.
One person.
What I want to know is the Cthulhu Godzilla Cross.
Well,
I
we
don't.
do have a-
I don't.
There is a Cthulhu-like monster in the Legendary universe.
That's not good enough. We need the real Cthulhu. We need to settle this score once and for all.
I don't think the world is ready for that.
I don't think we can legally do that.
The world is not ready for anything until it happens.
I don't think the
Cthulhu's
world is
public
ready for
domain.
Tootsie Roll Pops, but it happened anyway.
Cthulhu's public domain, so of course it can happen. Oh, Denise, when a man and a woman love each other very much, they go and do stupid shit like going to a yoga class together, or adopt a pet, or rent an expensive apartment that neither can afford on their own.
Oh my god, that sounds like Frank Murphy.
That reminds me of that
Seriously.
TV show where the coastal millennials are like, I run an organic, free range bubble tea shop. And the other person's like,
There we go.
I braid women's armpit hair for solidarity with feminism. Our budget is $2 million.
That's some expensive arm hair braiding.
I really want a
Wait,
boba.
is
I
that real?
sound like such a pig because I just had ice cream right now. Ice cream!
My mom
Wait,
made
was
it.
that real?
Use it before we went live.
Yes. That was why I was crunching.
I don't know. Here's the question: honestly, who's really the pig here? I mean, you had ice cream, but I ate an entire pizza.
I just had 2 chicken burgers.
You're making my stomach hurt
Pizza.
a lot.
I
It
like
was
the
a
way you said chicken burger and not chicken sandwich, which is like a traditional name.
My.
It was a large pizza, Salem. But at least
Well, here's
Where
the thing.
from?
Who made the pizza?
pizza time.
Okay, I'm
Well, you wouldn't know pizza time because they're local.
How come there's never been a Spider-Man villain themed around pizza?
Wait, what did you say?
A
A
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
villain.
villain themed around pizza.
Brett, I'm sorry that-
Sauron, I wonder why. I wonder
'Cause there's-
why there was not a villain themed around pizza.
Well, that's easy because there's already a Power Rangers villain themed around pizza.
There's no
Exactly.
Power Rangers villain for everything.
And have we forgot about Pizza the Hut?
Yeah.
There was a ninja villain based around pizza, I think, in one episode.
I think it.
Brett,
I don't remember if
I'm
it
sorry
was Turbo or in space.
Brett, I'm sorry that connected the two, but you're in Washington and Seattle and all, and I just had a horrible thought. imagine the poor soul who has to be called in to deliver a pizza to Chaz.
Oh
I
my
wouldn't do
god.
it.
Oh,
No thanks.
it up. Do it.
I
I need a triple dough with extra soy and anchovies.
I doubt anybody's delivering to Chaz right now.
Listen. I will not stand by while anchovies get knocked, alright? They're not that bad.
well, everybody
But
narcs on
these anchovies
pineapple,
are
it's not that
organic,
either.
man.
You know, I actually agree with Bunny.
What did she say?
Everybody narcs on pineapple, but it's really not that bad.
Listen, the
Yeah,
day I
it
went
is.
to a pizza shop and they had sushi on the pizza, I will never question topping.
Excuse me. I think we can all agree that ranch definitely does not belong on pizza.
My nephew
I agree.
on his pizza.
Neville.
I will say though, one of my favorite pizza toppings is feta cheese.
For the
Oh yeah,
cheese.
that is pretty good.
I have nightmares.
Get me, motherfucker!
I have nightmares from feta. That's a childhood experience that maybe I will say one day.
When I was in Japan, you know what they put on
He was
pizza?
attacked by feta once.
Mayonnaise.
Yes, exactly.
Attacked by
Mayonnaise.
food.
Like, not ranch,
Didn't know that?
mayonnaise.
You didn't know that?
Oh god, that sounds awful.
It's a popular thing.
Yes, and they have mayonnaise pizza in
Yeah.
Japan.
Was this Japanese
Actually-
mayonnaise, Alan?
Can I point
Yeah,
out
it is,
something?
but that doesn't make it any better.
Can I point out something? There's a BLT
What's that?
pizza. And it has mayonnaise.
There between normal mayonnaise and Japanese.
But it's still mayonnaise.
There is, but it's the
Mayonnaise.
wrong kind of texture to put on a pizza.
What's
It's
in,
still
what's in
mayonnaise, though.
Japanese mayonnaise? Tentacles?
What is Japanese mayonnaise made out of?
Sweeter. Japanese mayonnaise is sweeter.
Yeah, it's sweeter.
What's
But
it?
sweet is, with very few exceptions, sweet is the wrong flavor to put on a pizza.
Yeah.
I like pineapple pizza. Okay.
I'm generally
It's
don't
sweet,
want you don't want
Then
sweet.
again, I cut
Denise
through
said-
the sweet with sausage and mushroom too. So it's
Denise
like pineapple,
said-
mushroom, and sausage.
Here's this one. Denise says Brazilians put ketchup on pizza. Except,
Oh,
well,
God.
I mean,
except
it's
her.
tomato.
It's a
I-
tomato. It's
It's-
a
At least it's closer to what it is. It's tomato sauce with garlic and garlic salt and
I'm serious.
other spices.
See,
I'm
that's,
seriously-
that's sounding
I mean,
dangerously
here.
like justifying ketchup on a steak.
I mean,
Ew.
Oh god, no.
I don't.
Okay,
I
let's-
mean,
but-
I don't
let's
put
just
ketchup
move
on. Go ahead.
I'll just. Neostar says all I need is quality cheese. I'm gonna. So like, what is that? So like, what is that? Just a mix? I'm gonna assume that's not just mozzarella. Like, what, a mix of cheese? Like, what Fontina? It's a little bit fattier. Does it kind of cuts through the
If you can-
richness?
Let me tell you what, if you can mix white cheddar in with the mozzarella, that's some really good cheese for your pizza.
Oh, I'm
did-
sorry. Are we
Did I
boring
disturb
you?
everyone?
Yes, you are. Now kneel before me. Yeah.
I'm the Dark Lord. I'm not the one who kneels.
Kneel before me. Just kidding.
Kneel before Zod.
The more
Kneel before the Dark Lord.
You know what?
Slaying all those Persians of yours has left a very nasty crump in my knee, and kneeling will be hard.
You know, I just thought about something. Man of Steel. You know what really brought that movie down? It wasn't the whole neck snapping of Zod. It's the fact that Zod never once said kneel before me.
Do you think Michael Shannon could have sold that line though?
He absolutely could have sold it.
Yeah, he's a hammy actor.
Would it have been as good as Terrence Stamp though?
Hell no. But the effort would have been there and it would have been appreciated.
Would it really have though?
I mean, I just thought it was
yes.
weird that they filmed it in black and white.
Really?
I don't get it.
Okay, so but This is something I have to blame on Matt because anytime Japanese mayo gets into my head, my brain always goes to one place.
Am I the only one who's never tried that?
Toshizo in Gintama.
Mayo.
You were gonna say that.
Well, that guy puts mayonnaise on fucking everything, and I mean everything.
Well, does he put
What?
mayonnaise on mayonnaise?
He would.
But why would you put mayonnaise in anything to begin with?
His special rice bowl is a
you
rice
serious?
bowl with just mayonnaise and rice.
Oh.
Look, it's Toshizo loves mayonnaise. So much so they did a whole parody of Willy Wonka where he visits a mayonnaise factory.
Okay, so I'm gonna address.
It turned out though to be his imagination because the actual mayonnaise factory was much less magical.
Well, his idea of a horror story is running out of mayonnaise.
He did not get to swim in mayojism.
Addressing the chat, I love prosciutto. Prosciutto's yummy, but not on pizza. Chicken cream. Ooh, that sounds good too. Chicken and cream cheese sounds yummy.
Oh wait, we got a chat going on. Hey
Yes.
chat, hi. How are you doing?
Buttered chicken pizza. Huh. Never thought of that one. Spicy octopus balls is so takoyaki.
Oh,
I don't know. I've never tried that.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Calamari. Have you guys had calamari on pizza?
Not on
Yeah.
pizza.
On pizza,
That
yeah.
sounds good.
It's
You gotta
not.
have calamari on pizza.
It's good, but it's deceptive because calamari is already super chewy. So you end up eating more calamari than the pizza. Your brain doesn't really register it as much. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You sit there and you'll bite the piece of pizza, right? You'll chew it. You'll finish chewing the pizza before you ever finish chewing the calamari.
Yum 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 yum.
Maybe they should
That's
try calamari because no wait, I haven't had squid. I had octopus.
Well, I mean, they're both
Right.
really chewy. They both.
There's I've had fried octopus once, and it was sort of chewy, but it wasn't like, it was a couple more chews. It wasn't like, oh gosh, it's so chewy.
I feel left out because I've never tried that. Any of it.
I
haven't
have eaten
either.
most of the sea.
Denise says no seafood on pizza.
I agree with Denise.
But she just said takoyaki is good.
See,
Well,
you say
I
that,
would-
but
I-
I've had shrimp
I-
on. I've had shrimp on a pizza, and that was delicious. So I can't agree with that.
See, shrimp I think
Now,
would
crab
taste good
on
because shrimp's scampi. It's especially Italian shrimp scampi. Oh my god. Okay.
Now I gotta say, I love shrimp, but I would not have shrimp on pizza.
I might try crab on pizza.
Have you ever had Italian shrimp?
Oh yeah, you gotta understand, shrimp is my favorite food.
You might as well.
How about bacon?
It's
How about
you
bacon?
can try it on
shrimp?
pizza.
That
I love
is
bacon.
my number one food, wrapped around my number three food.
I love it when the foods have numbers.
I have to say,
that's why
ceviche
that-
sounds so good.
That was a Ron Swanson quote.
Ron actually said it. That's my number one favorite food, wrapped around my number two favorite food.
No, it was his number one food wrapped around his number three food.
Really?
I hate when we argue numbers. I'm not good at math.
Yes, his number two food is steak.
Well,
Yeah, that sounds like Ron. That might be wrong.
I remember that quote. That part he has where he's eating a steak, smoking a cigar, and drinking.
Oh
straight
yes, I
whiskey.
remember that. Yes.
And I was thinking, like, that is a true man and true American. However, that is also the driest meal possible.
Okay,
Hey
so
man, that man is my goddamn hero.
okay, so we're now at 932.
I'm sorry, what?
We went up money.
Yep.
We got more money.
We went up
apparently.
$100 more.
Guys, we
Check
gotta
this
finish.
out.
This is the kind of luck I've written in.
Okay,
Yep, it's
but yeah,
Kickstarter.
okay, I was gonna say, this is called turf and turf. It is a T-bone and a T-bone and a shank, Hank's, and a flank steak. Hank, I am going to consume all of this while smoking a cigar because I am a free American.
Like, don't get me wrong, that sounds amazing, but it also sounds really, really dry. Unless the steak is cooked properly, that won't be.
Knowing Ron, he would want it. He would only take it rare.
Okay, yeah, if it's rare, it should be fine.
He'd actually take it medium because he did say that cold meat is basically vegetable.
It's Ron. When he would not have. It's Ron. He would not. There's no way he would accept his steak well done.
Oh, I said medium rare.
Yeah. I call this turf and turf. It is a 16-ounce T-bone and a 24-ounce porterhouse. Also a whiskey and a cigar. I'm going to consume all this at the same time because I'm a free American.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good impression.
Nick Offerman is really easy to do.
I gotta say, one of my favorite quotes of him is "This is a free country, and you can die of a heart attack before you're 40." And to me, that's beautiful.
Oh, chicken parm pizza! I would be so there.
Have you ever had a Kentucky Fried Pizza?
No, but that sounds amazing.
Okay, here, let me tell you what a Kentucky Fried Pizza is. Okay, so your crust is biscuit, then your sauce is barbecue sauce, and then you put on cheddar cheese, and it's got roasted corn and popcorn chicken on it.
That's not a pizza; it's a casserole, but it still sounds amazing.
Well, it's called a Kentucky Fried Pizza.
At Pizza Hut.
You know, they've got a poutine pizza in Canada. Basically, replace the pizza sauce with gravy and add French fries.
Like I said, that just sounds like I said, it's not a pizza; it is a casserole, but it sounds amazing still.
Sounds like a heart attack.
It is amazing.
Sounds like a heart attack. You want to know? Okay, you want to talk about heart attack? Let me tell you about this one place that I went to in Japan called Tsunami Burger.
Oh.
They do. If you ever seen pictures of like people in Japan with a giant like tower burger, that's where those come from. At least, actually, yeah, that's where they come from. Tsunami Burger. It's like they'll do like these giant, huge burgers where they have a giant metal rod holding it all together. It's amazing.
Here, let me tell you about the burger that I would order at my college town. Okay, so this burger is called the Big Bambino.
Big Bambino.
Yes, it is half a pound burger with a quarter pound hot dog with, and I quote, way too much cheese and way too much bacon. And then it is served next to a pound of French fries, and then it is served with a shoop of beer, which is equivalent to 2.5 pints of beer.
See, the only problem with that is that sounds like too much. Like, to the point where I don't think I could finish it, and therefore, it's not worth the money I spent.
Well, you see, the thing is, I would skip my first 2 meals when I wanted to have it.
Okay, here's something for you. Alabaster, Sauron, you guys are both in Texas, right?
See.
Alabaster. Alabaster.
What?
You and Sauron are both in Texas, right?
Sure.
Okay. Are either of you anywhere near the city of Amarillo?
Hell no.
No.
Exact opposite.
It's so far away.
Here's a reason for you to go to Amarillo. There is a restaurant there called the Big Texan. They have a thing called the Big Texans Challenge, which is a 72-ounce steak, a baked potato, a salad, a shrimp cocktail, and a dinner roll. If you can eat all of that in under an hour, It's free.
I couldn't do that.
Where do I sign up?
I
He's
couldn't do
me.
that.
Sounds too easy.
I say I couldn't do it not because I literally couldn't do it. It would be because I like to enjoy my food, and so in order to do it that quickly, I would not truly be able to taste it. Just be shoveling it down my throat.
Oh come on, you're in the Navy. They made you shovel. I'm pretty sure they made you shovel down your food.
Yeah, but now I don't. But it's like you do that out of necessity. Now it's like I want to enjoy this steak. In the Navy, they give you a steak. It's like it's a coin toss if it's gonna be acceptable or awful. When I buy one, it's like that's gonna be good. I want to savor this.
We're in the Navy.
In the Navy.
You know what sounds good right now? London broiled. Or even better, carne asada.
Oh, carne asada.
Speaking of which, this was a meme I think I saw Brian tweet once. Okay, so it's all the different food. It's how you get fed in the various branches of the military. Army gets an MRE. Navy gets hot dogs. The Marines get crayons.
That's true.
The Air Force gets a 5-star meal.
That's also true.
The Coast Guard gets cocaine.
Oh god! Oh my god! That's so. Oh my god!
Well, hold up, guys. My mic is here.
That's fucked up, actually. That's low-key fucked up.
Well,
That's what makes it funny.
well, the Coast Guard does need all it can get to think that they're actually a military.
Well, yeah, they are. If they're not part of the Department of Defense, they're part of Homeland Security.
Well, listen. You gotta do something with the seized goods from the smugglers.
I don't remember I saw this one meme, but there was this hilarious meme that showed all the conflicts in human history, and it ended up, and then it went to the riots going on, and it showed the National Guard, and it went, oh shit, we're actually being called in. And then it showed the Coast Guard, and it says, we still don't get called in. and then the next panel is a raft. And there's rioters on the raft, and they're getting into the water. And the next panel is just of the Coast Guard guy with his eyes like wide open. Oh shit! I would not put it past the people to start rioting on the water either.
What's the Coast Guard gonna do?
Sink them.
They're gonna get on a megaphone on their boat and be like, "Hey,
Get off my lawn!
Stop that right now! I said stop! I said stop! Sir! Sir! Stop
It's
it!"
ma'am!
And then that's the response.
We don't
What's
care.
funny about here's what I don't get. Why is it that the Air Force gets a 5-star meal?
So, Brian also did this, and this is actually a discussion I've had with a lot of people. Basically, if you think of the branches as children, it works out better. The Army is the oldest child, the one that the parents kind of didn't know what they were doing. They tried their best, but it didn't work out too well. But, you know, it worked out in the end, for the most part. The Air Force is the youngest child, the newest child, so they get all the good stuff. Because the parents they've learned their mistakes from the other children, working on up. So when they get to the youngest child, it's all perfectly fine.
Then imagine how spoiled the Space Force is going to be!
Oh, the Space Force is going to have a freaking Star Destroyer before they're all dead.
Okay, so where does the Navy and the Marines fit into that analogy?
No,
The Navy is the second child, the one where they kind of learned, they kind of got things on the handle, but they were still learning at the same time. So they get some cool shit, but not that good of stuff.
Hold on.
Hold
on. There's a guy who has made a functioning hydrogen lightsaber that it seems to work like a lightsaber. The blade doesn't quite look like it, but it's What? This is incredible.
Guys, oh my god, look at me.
Okay, so now where do the Marines fit in?
All right, so the Marines, they're not gonna like this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. The Marines are like, they're the child of the Navy, so like, they're not really the child of the parents, but at the same time, they still get taken care of by them because the Navy still the Navy still lives under the parents' household, so the parents have no choice but to take care of them. They get shit done and they're really good, but at the same time, they're just really dumb.
My father always told me the Army is a job, the Marines are a cult.
Yes.
That is true. Yeah. Nah. Here's another thing.
I love Marines as I love the Marines. All right, I was a corpsman, which is the medics for them. I didn't get to go out deployed with them, but I worked with them a lot. I love them, but let me tell you, they are some of the smartest, but at the same time, some of the dumbest people could ever meet.
So they're one or the other.
No, it's like they're both.
Really?
It's like you'll talk to them and they will tell you stories about their life and you're like, there is no way any sane person could have ever been caught in these same situations. They will ask you questions that you did not think a grown adult would ever ask you. They will get their hands or something caught inside something and you're thinking like, how did you do this? Why would you even put your hand in? But at the same time, if you have like a gun or any kind of weapon that just needs any kind of problem with it, you give it to the Marine, they'll fix it in an instant.
Let's put it this way: a Marine, they will. A Marine is able to explain to you what quantum physics is, but they're the same people that think pushing this square into the circle hole is going to get it through somehow.
Wait, what? 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 Are you serious? Because I'm pretty sure there's no way in hell my dad would have been able to say any of that.
Your dad was a Marine?
Yes.
Oh my god, I love meeting older Marines.
He dead, son.
Older Marines are the best.
How old are we talking?
I will talk to you guys about that privately, but yeah, no. Are we talking about the same people?
I've got family in all branches of the military.
I just want to say,
I think it depends on which generation you're talking about. There's a difference between like Vietnam era Marines and Desert Storm Marines and even Iraq Marines.
But okay, I just want to emphasize though, when I say like dumb, I don't really mean dumb because they're not. But at the same time, some of the questions a Marine has asked me, it's like baffling. And it's like I don't want to demean them because, well, fuck it, who cares? It's like it's like a real life paradox.
Schrodinger's genius.
Schrodner.
It's Schrodinger.
It's like, what?
It's Schrodinger's genius. It both is and isn't.
I hate correcting, but it is pronounced Schrodner.
Like I've
always pronounced it as Schrodinger. Don't sue
I
me.
used to too until somebody corrected me on it. It's actually Schrodner.
I think it might be
I always hear it in the Major's voice from Helsing Ultimate. Master Sergeant Schrodinger, it is an honor to see you here.
Lol.
Yeah. Okay, so here's another one. This one will probably make Sauron giggle. So there was a video about how the different branches recruit. Okay, Army guy gets suckered in with an enlistment bonus, which he gets cheated out of. Marines, dude just gets yelled at, and that all the while Fortunate Son is playing in the background. Air Force, he's expected to somehow understand quantum physics. Navy, the recruiter's very flamboyant, and the village people's playing in the background.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
Close. It's fun to stay at the Navy.
What about
I remember, so this is the thing about the Navy. They have this very big, like, at least when I was going through, I can't speak for some of the newer guys, but when I was going through boot camp and stuff, one of the things they were trying their best to steer away from was the drunken sailor. Like, the Navy was trying its best to get away from that stereotype. But at the same time, they had a song that we had to learn. Like, we literally had to learn this song in order to graduate from boot camp so we can officially be a sailor. And the song was literally called
Drunken Sailor.
It was called Anchors Away, and in it is literally, the song is literally about sailors getting drunk and toasting each other in the song. And I remember bringing that up. Well, yeah, that too. But I'm saying, like, the song they wanted us to learn, while at the same time telling us that they were tired of the drunken sailor stereotype, was a song about sailors getting drunk together.
Dun, 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 dun.
Anchors away. Oh god, please don't.
Now here's another thing that I've been asking all my coworkers who are vets. Because
to the phone. Sorry.
So I once caught an Arlie Ermy interview where he said the best drill instructors are comedians, and pretty much everyone I asked that, even if they were Marines, Army, or Air Force, they all said the same thing. Yeah, that is true.
Yes, it is very true. Because, well, for Navy, they don't call them drill instructors, but it's the same role. But I swear to you, if they see weakness or smell it, they will roast the hell out of you. And I literally mean roasting.
Here.
Like, if they're yelling at someone,
are we talking?
Let him finish. Let him finish, guys.
Sorry. But, so, like, we literally had a guy, so he got in trouble. And so they quote-unquote beat him. When all that is they just make you do push-ups and stuff in the middle of the room, and everyone else gets to look at you.
So other dude, I'm just curious. You said they don't call them drill instructors. What are they, drill chiefs?
No, they call. Oh, what are they?
Like, are we talking Full Metal Jacket levels of roasting?
Yes. Yes. Well, not to the same degree, because I know Full Metal Jacket is a bit more of an exaggeration /
Well,
back
yes
before.
and no, because Arlie Ermy was a drill instructor.
The ad-lib scene.
Well, because technically, well, again, they technically have a rule where they're not supposed to take it too far.
Yeah, and even earlier we said there's the choking part where he choked. They wouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah.
Even during the Vietnam era, they wouldn't have been able to do that.
Like, I remember a guy was getting beat. Everyone was watching him. And, we're all sitting there. We're all being quiet, not saying a word. This one guy lets out a small chuckle. And immediately they start roasting him for the fact that he's always smiling. They start making fun of his big mouth. And when he kept laughing at that, they made him start getting beat alongside the guy. And they told him, it's like, for every time you smile, we're going to extend your beating. The whole situation was just so stupid. So everyone kept laughing. Therefore, the guy's beating just continued.
By the way, I just checked. Apparently, the Navy calls them RDCs.
RDCs, there we go. See, the problem is that once you get out of boot camp, you start to address people by their actual rank. So you kind of forget the whole RDC stuff.
But so they were just verbally abusing this guy and all because he was constantly cracking a smile.
Exactly.
I'm in it.
There was one where we were practicing like a weapons we were practicing what we call weapons turnover, which is just showing that you know how to reload a gun and stuff like that. And they told us like, hey, these guns are old. These are practice guns. They're really old. So if they jam, don't worry about it. So when it was my turn to go up, I was doing the whole thing, and when I tried to pull the round out of the chamber, it got jammed. And I told them that, hey, my round got jammed. And they were like, oh, it's fine. And then one of the guys who was doing nothing, he was just standing next to me, he helped me out and took it out of the chamber. So there you go. And the RDC, he looks over and like, hey, did he just help you? And I was like, yeah. That's cheating. 30 push-ups. I was like, what? I said, yeah, that's cheating. He is supposed to be cheating during this. I didn't ask for his help. It's too damn bad.
God damn.
Teaches you to work as a unit and to communicate before actions are taken.
No, that was towards the end of boot camp where we all kind of knew each other and we were just kind of fucking around with each other.
Okay.
It's funny
Yeah.
when you start
At that point, that's
boot camp, it's so...
It's to make you do push-ups, so.
Yeah, there were times where they literally was just like, we would be talking, because at a certain point, your RDCs start becoming, I won't say friends, but you start getting more familiar with them. And so, there'll be a moment where we're all just chatting, just talking, whatever. And, let's say, like, the RDC does something and you make fun of them, and everyone laughs, like, even the other RDCs laugh at it, that RDC will punish you for that. Like he's walking and he trips, and you start laughing, and everyone starts laughing, including the other RDCs. Some of them who outrank him are laughing too. Like they're in on the joke, and he'll just be like, "Oh, you think that's funny, huh? Well, how does oh, you get what I'm saying, though."
Basically, they can't. I can't.
What was that?
He disappeared.
Well then.
Brett, Sauron?
I'm still here. I was waiting for Brett to finish.
Oh, maybe he got cut off or something.
Probably.
He died.
Oh no. Well.
Brett has brought with him the spirit of dead air.
Yep.
I don't give a shit. Okay, but yeah, like I was. Okay, so the question I was at, because like the logic behind that to me seems like the reason why they do that is because they need to make sure their authority isn't challenged.
That
Like,
could be the case, but like I said, when you get towards the end, it's like, it's not that you don't respect their authority anymore. It's like you still respect their authority, but you understand that they're still people doing a job. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so it just gets to the point where you kind of get more comfortable around them. They get more comfortable around you.
And I guess it's one of those things where you don't get it unless you've been there.
Kinda, yeah. Oh my god, I remember this one time. So in boot camp, we were all separated in like different division, and as long as you don't royally fuck up, everyone who shows up to boot camp that same time will graduate together, technically. And so if you ever fuck up at any point, you can either get kicked out, which is usually for more extreme stuff, or you can get rolled back, which is basically you graduate a little bit later. You get taken from whatever division you were in, and you get put in a division that just started a little bit later than you. So technically you have to start over at a certain point. But
I gotta get going, guys. I'll see you later.
Alright, talk to you later, Alabaster.
Later. So what sometimes will happen is so that's they call that ASMO. So basically you get rolled back, so you graduate a little bit later. But we had this one guy who came to our division because he got Asmo, but instead of getting Asmo'd back a class, he just got moved to a new class. So he was still going to graduate on time, just with a different class. And what does that mean? Because we never heard of that before. Basically, it means he had a problem in his old division, so they just moved him to a new one. So we meet this guy, and we ask him, like, what happened? First thing you got to understand, this Chinese guy, has a thick Chinese accent. Just the thickest accent you can possibly imagine for a Chinese guy. But you can
Like
still
he's fresh
kinda,
off the boat.
yeah, but you can still kind of understand him. Like, he knows. And so we ask him, like, what happened? He's like, he got into an argument with one of the guys in his division, and they got a little out of hand, and so they moved him out. I was like, an argument? Like that's all you got moved for? And he's like, yeah, well, I may have called him the N-word.
Oh shit.
We were just laughing because we were just imagining this dude with a thick Chinese accent calling someone the N-word. And so after that conversation, one of our RDCs pulled him to the side to have a one-on-one talk. And it wasn't really one-on-one because he literally did it in the middle of the room so everyone could see him. This RDC was the most stereotypical black guy you can possibly meet. And he talks to him, he's like, listen, you're in our division, you're brand new, you get a fresh start. Whatever happened in your old division, it doesn't count. This is a new division. We're going to treat you the same way we treat everyone else. But I want you to know, we don't play that racist shit around here. This shit was so fun.
It does. Man, that does sound like it was funny back in the day.
It's like boot camp is the best, worst time of your life.
It sucks, but there's a lot. It sucks, but there's a lot of things to like about it.
It sucks, but you're not alone in the suck, and it's like you just get used to it.
It also seems like even though it sucks, it creates a lot of fun memories.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, that experience really sucked. But do you remember that one time?
Remember this one time in band camp?
Oh my god, I was doing that yesterday.
One time in band camp?
What happened in band camp?
The first rule about band camp is you don't talk about band camp.
First rule about Fight Club: you don't talk about Fight Club.
Here's a question: if Fight Club is it? Okay, Bunny, I want to see if you can answer this. If Fight Club is the ultimate guy movie, what's the ultimate chick movie?
Mean Girls.
Oh, God. I
White
don't have
chick.
an answer to that movie.
White chick.
White chick.
I mean... Pride and Prejudice?
Say what?
Twilight.
Twilight.
What's that movie? The Notebook. That's the one.
The Notebook. Yeah, there you go. That's the ultimate chick movie. Yeah, there you go.
The Notebook is the ultimate chick movie.
Yes.
Can I just point out that I mansplained the ultimate chick movie to her?
It used to be the Titanic, but it moved to the Notebook. Hey, you're not wrong. I had to really think about it, and yeah, mansplaining.
I don't think Titanic is an exclusive chick movie though, because there's a couple reasons why guys like.
Why?
Yeah,
Why
White Chicks is a comedy.
Well,
Did you just found the propeller?
there's one on the left side and one on the right side of a certain redhead.
Also, Terry Crews.
I don't remember.
Well, that's not why
Crews
guys
being
don't do it.
chicks.
He was in White Chicks.
I
Oh,
only
you
remember-
don't
I
remember
only
Terry Crews being in White
Look,
Chicks?
I only remember Keenan and it was and Damon.
The Wayans
Wayans.
brothers.
No. Wait. Terry Crews was the one that was trying to seduce one of the brothers while they were just as a white chick.
Yeah. Okay, now. It's starting to come back.
He starts singing, making my way downtown. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I miss you.
Oh man, that is.
Oh my god, that was the best movie ever. Though,
Dude,
the
I always
best
feel
movie
like
that I
we
really
should
want
make
to
the
say,
next
I
movie.
can't say anymore
Okay,
because it's controversial.
should we make the next movie night White Chicks then?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh god.
What have you done?
Hey, we kind of ostensibly started this whole little thing just to watch really crappy movies.
I got a question for you. What's a movie that you know is bad? It's almost universally bad as well, but you just can't help but love.
The Room.
Right, besides The Room. The Room's too easy to say.
Manos.
Wait, what?
Manos.
Manos, the Hands of Fate.
Manos?
The Super Mario Brothers movie.
Birdemic.
Oh god. Oh,
Well,
I remember that.
I want to. I don't get why people hate it so much, but I love the Green Hornet, and a lot of people say it's horrible.
I think it's just because
the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead is a great movie.
It's not a bad movie.
It's not a bad movie, but it's not universally loved.
It's
a cult classic.
Shaun of the Dead is great.
The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Although to be fair, I would admit Hot Fuzz is better.
I'm starting to grow a really good soft spot for The World's End. Have you seen that one?
Oh yeah, it wasn't as good as Hot Fuzz, but I liked it.
Well, we gotta call him something. That's a blank. That's a blank. That's a blank.
Yeah. I don't know, it's just like I don't know. Maybe let's. I guess the thing. I guess all I can say is that they did too. Is that Edgar Wright did too good of a job with Hot Fuzz, so he was never ever going to be able to match it, no matter how good World's End was.
Yeah.
That's true, but I don't know. I think I have an appreciation for it because it was really cool to see Simon Pegg and Nick Frost reverse their stereotypes.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not saying it didn't have its moments, and that it didn't have merit. It absolutely did. I'm just saying that when you compare it to Hot Fuzz, it's like we all know which is objectively the better movie.
Yeah, but I will say you've got probably the greatest line Simon Pegg has ever said at The World's End. What the fuck does WTF mean?
Oh, actually, I can't. There's one movie that I know is terrible, but I have loved it since I was a kid.
What's that?
It was Godzilla vs. Megalon.
Oh god.
Oh, yes.
I can't hate that movie. I'm sorry, I just cannot bring myself to hate that movie.
Hey Brett, how about Godzilla's Revenge?
Let's skip that one.
You know what's one movie I love? What is it? What was that one movie I was thinking? Have you ever seen the...
Is it one of the Gamera movies?
No, actually. What was it? What was it? Oh, Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla.
That was good. I mean,
such a good one.
I only like it because of Space Godzilla, though. That's the only reason why I like that movie.
I would say, though, even though I would admit it's the weakest of it. No, what? It is tied with Mothra for the weakest in the Heisei series, in my opinion. Like, the problem with Mothra is that Godzilla, for most of that movie, feels like an afterthought, even though it's supposed to be his movie. But Space Godzilla's biggest problem is that it's kind of uninspired, but yeah, it does sort of show like even if they're worse, they at least have something redeemable. Like they got a good monster or something.
Which, to be fair, is kind of one of the biggest reasons why a lot of people watch those movies.
Yeah, the watch for the monsters. Still, though, it doesn't come close to say like King Ghidorah or Mechagodzilla 2 or Destroyer.
Oh yeah.
Makes me every time that I watch these older Godzilla films, it always makes me wonder what they would look like if they're introduced into the legendary universe. Like Space
Honestly,
Godzilla is a really interesting addition to that universe.
I really think what's his name, Destroyer. I don't think he would look that different, honestly.
Oh no, no, he would be the perfect monster for the Godzilla versus Kong movie.
He would, but it'd be too soon to have a monster like that.
Yeah, I mean, they arguably blew their load too early with King Ghidorah and King of the Monsters. Arguably, I liked it.
To be fair, because like King Ghidorah, he probably shows up the most out of all the other enemy monsters. So I mean,
He
you
is
kind of get away with
Godzilla.
that.
He is Godzilla's arch enemy. He's always been.
I love the meme of like where it's like whenever King Ghidorah shows back up in a Godzilla movie, and it has like this scene from SpongeBob. It's like, how many times we gotta teach you this lesson, old man?
I kind of feel like Mechagodzilla kind of fits that bill too, doesn't he? With the amount of times and versions that have faced Godzilla.
Well, he's only really shown up. Each new version is essentially his new, like that's when the next time he appeared. The original Mechagodzilla, and then his next appearance was Mechagodzilla 2. Like that was when he next appeared along with a new redesign. Then when he showed up again, it was 3.
Was Kiryu number 3?
Technically, yes, he was number 3. But for
We're
some
not
reason,
counting Godzilla City, are we?
I don't count any of that.
Which sucks, because that was honestly a really good idea.
What was? I didn't hear you.
Mechagodzilla City. I mean, like, it sucks. That wasn't a bad idea.
Oh, the anime. Oh, God, that was awful.
It sucks, because there are so many good ideas in those movies, and they're never really done well.
Yeah, you know, this is going to sound weird, but what drove me nuts the most was the human characters, especially the protagonist was a piece of shit.
He was a whiny bitch.
No, the worst part was the very ending. He knocks up the native girl, and then he decides that he's going to go kill himself, leaving a girl he got pregnant behind with no father figure, just a piece of shit. And we're supposed to feel bad for him. I don't get that.
I find it so funny that like I know it's kind of a trope in Godzilla, not even Godzilla movies, kaiju movies in general, where like the human character actually, you know, they're almost everyone's least favorite part about the movie. But when it comes to Godzilla movies specifically, aside from the original Godzilla, aside from like the remakes, quote unquote, of those movies, like they just don't have that good of human characters.
I would challenge that as Heisei Gamera trilogy.
I would also say the even though that it's campy and over the top and stuff, the human characters were fun and entertaining in Final Wars.
Oh God, Final Wars. That alien dude, oh my God, he was the best character. I know, like, what's his name, Serizawa. He's like the best human character. That alien dude from Final Wars is the second. You can't tell me otherwise.
Yeah, I could listen to him screaming Gigan all day.
I'm just saying,
a Power Ranger villain brought to Godzilla's world.
Look, I'm just saying, if anyone thinks you can't have a good human cast in a kaiju movie, just watch the Heisei Gamera trilogy.
Oh yeah, you can totally have it. I'm just saying, I understand when people say they were their least favorite part of them.
One thing I'll give Gamera movies too is that their kid characters aren't overly annoying. Whereas in Godzilla films, sometimes the kid characters can get really
Have you seen the Mothra movies?
I wasn't talking about the Mothra movies.
Well, yeah, because a
What
lot of
happened?
people they kind of conjoin Mothra and Godzilla into the same.
Yeah. I know. I just, there's some things that I'd rather not remember.
Although I mean, like, look, I cut the Rebirth of Mothra trilogy some slack because it's pretty clear who its audience was intended, and what the intended audience for it was.
Yeah, it's not
It's
like the
pretty
Godzilla movies that started off super serious and then just became kids movies out of nowhere.
well. I mean, like, kind of yeah, but it's like with the Rebirth of Mothra trilogy, they were clearly making it for kids, and there's nothing wrong with that. And to its
I'm
credit,
not.
to its
Go
credit,
ahead.
to its credit, the kid characters in those movies for the most part weren't that annoying.
Now I have to say the pinnacle of annoying kid came in Revenge of Godzilla.
And the worst part is that all the Godzilla scenes in that movie are in his daydream, so it's not even real.
I take that back. The kid wasn't as annoying as you know who.
Oh yeah.
Hey, over here! Come here!
He was he was he was much more he was less insufferable in the original Japanese. At least that's
I mean, here's the thing, guys. You don't even need to be on shrooms to know what shrooms are. All you got to do is watch Godzilla's Revenge, and then you'll understand what it's like.
So this is
or
true.
you could just watch Godzilla vs. Ghidorah.
Oh.
Oh god.
Oh, that's the infamous flying scene.
That movie also has some pretty trippy few moments in it too.
Oh, dude, I freaking love the visuals and the song of the opening. When they're in, were they in a nightclub or something?
I think so, and there was also there's some really weird moments in that movie. A lot of people don't remember that.
I don't even remember where I am. What the fuck is happening?
We somehow ended up talking about Godzilla movies.
Where am I? Who am I?
Sorry, I'm a Godzilla nerd, so once I start, I can't stop.
I think, oh god, I think we somehow ended up turning. We somehow ended up turning this into a low rank Kumite.
We even got a boss.
Alienated everyone else.
Because Matt and I cannot be the only ones who know Tonka Saw loves Godzilla movies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know.
Okay, Dylan knew. Oh, Vamp also does too. Just remember that. Alright. Okay, let's see how long we've been going.
Longer than 2 hours.
2 hours. Yep. Alright, now let's just... Okay.
Well, we're approaching $1,000 on the first day.
Yep. And, and on both campaigns, they're both...
Oh, wait, we got 1,000 now.
Really?
Yeah.
All that, I gotta reload. Is it on IndieGoGo?
Yep. 400 IndieGoGo, 600 Kickstarter.
Right, and yeah, and in both cases, they're both almost at 50%, and that's within their first 24 hours. To quote, if anyone remembers Dawn of the Dead, this would be the point where we say, we got this by the ass.
Yeah, right now, it looks like having cameos really works.
Are we gonna have to start making this a normal practice if we keep crowdfunding?
Seems like it, but all I have to say is make it so that it actually works in the story rather than don't make it obvious.
Make it obvious.
I mean, I could probably do that with changing issue 3, which is changing issue 3 by by having people have cameos at maybe school as part of.
Maybe make them into turn them into teenagers, have immortal youth.
Still, and this is turning out pretty good. I am happy that we're doing a lot better this time.
Yeah.
Right.
Kind of feels like we can actually pull this off. All right, so yeah, thanks everyone for who showed up, and keep donating to either Kickstarter or IndieGoGo, whichever one works for you. Doesn't donate to both if you want. Hey, or if you can't do that, just tell people about us. So yeah, and if you want to keep up to date, just follow us on the official Mythoverse Twitter it's Mythoverse, and you can follow me at Celtic Brett on Twitter. Matt,
you can follow me at MattTrin on Twitter.
Dan is Dan_Sakaro. Does anyone else want to plug anything before we go off air?
I mean, for what it's worth, I guess I could plug mine. It's at PNIEDERBRACH on Twitter, at P Niederbrock.
And I am at Lord of Barandor 0. I mean, for what it's worth.
That would be about Tree Fitty.
About Tree Fitty. Where? There you are.
Anyone else? Or are we gonna? No.
Nah.
All right.
Sounds about it.
All right.